is it. This is the autumn that you are gonna have the best autumn of your life. Okay, we're calling it now. Today is the day to make a change. This is going to be the year that you romanticize autumn the most. You have the most perfect, fulfilling new back to school season yet. And this is going to be the autumn that you make the most of. But if you still need some tips, tricks, and advice on how to do that, then keep watching this video. Welcome to my complete guide on how to romanticize autumn and fall 2025. So let's start with section 1, actually romanticizing autumn. Personally, I think some of the best ways to romanticize autumn are having a seasonal morning and night routine, dressing for the season, decorating your space for the season, partaking in autumnal activities, changing and adapting to the season, and seasonal food. Now, I really recommend that you take a day, maybe this week, next week, right at the end of August, to plan out your season if you haven't done so already. I already have a video discussing and explaining how I do this, but giving yourself a day to actually plan out the autumn is going to help you make the most of the season. I also recommend that now is the time for you to make a fall mood board. Make this a visualization of your ideal, perfect autumn. I would 100% use Pinterest for this, but you can also do kind of like a Mod Podge and print pictures out, stick them onto like a collage on your wall. However you want to do this, just make a visualization board of your ideal perfect autumn. And then finally, I would also recommend a full declutter. Before this September starts, declutter everything, your house, your room, your space, your digital space. I can do separate videos on all of these as part of my Autumn 101 series if you would like, but just let me know. Let's discuss outfits and style. So depending on your specific style, I don't care what your style is, I would always recommend you use Pinterest to gather the best inspiration for your outfits. No matter what your style is, Pinterest, TikTok, Instagram, these social media platforms are fabulous for fashion and outfits. If you have a bunch of pieces in your wardrobe, and it doesn't matter what your style is, if you have a bunch of pieces in your wardrobe and you don't know how to style them, how to, decorate an outfit, these apps are incredible for this because they give you so many ideas. I would always recommend Pinterest as the number one though. However, if you still are figuring out your specific style, here are some autumn wardrobe staples I recommend that every person has in their wardrobe this time of year. Sweaters, oversized and fitted, regular t-shirts, preferably long sleeved, jeans, skirts, tights, boots or Doc Martens, Mary Janes, Henley tops, jackets, you can get leather ones, denim ones, a coat, leg warmers and scarves. Now, of course, there are loads more autumnal pieces, and this is one of the best ways to romanticize the season. When you dress for a season, you are embodying it and you are adapting to that season, and your outfit, along with wherever you are, the weather, all of it just combined will create that feeling and atmospherical feeling of romanticization. You're really going to feel like you're embodying the season when you start dressing for autumn instead of dressing against it. Decorating. Decorating for any season is one of the easiest and quickest ways to romanticize it. You don't have to go out and buy a bunch of new stuff. Can I just preface this? You can DIY things, you can find things that you already have at home and make them, adapt them to that season. But if you want, and if you can, I do recommend going out and getting some fall things because fall shopping is so much fun. But I recommend that you decorate your bedroom for autumn and any other space that you want to. So if this is a workspace, if this is your office, if this is your home, wherever it is, decorating is the best way to get into a season. It is the little things that make the biggest difference. This is how we're going to be romanticizing, okay? Taking the little mundane things like your space, your bedroom, and making it a hub and a wonderland that you want to reside in because it's cozy and relaxing. And once again, I recommend gathering inspiration from online for autumnal bedrooms. I've put up a bunch of inspiration here, and now I'm just going to go through kind of the key elements that I have picked out that these bedrooms all have in common. In pretty much all of these autumnal rooms, you will see warm and orange lighting, fluffy throws and blankets, many pillows, fairy lights or like string lights, pumpkins and pumpkin themes, fall garlands and leaves. These are the ways you're going to make your bedroom, your space, as autumnal as possible. Now, you can do this in any way, shape or form. You can go out and buy a bunch of fall decor if you want to. You can have kind of like a search through any old stuff that you might have, or you can make your own. There are so many options to create this beautiful autumnal ambiance in your designated space. The second best way I would recommend, other than wearing specific outfits, but the second best way to romanticize a season is really in the details and in the kind of activities that you do in that season. And it goes for any summer, winter, whatever you choose to do, the things you choose to do, the way you choose to spend your time. It's really kind of embedded. The romanticization is in those activities. So here's my recommendation for the autumn time. Write a full bucket list. You can do this on your phone. You can do this in person. I know a lot of people like to do this like physically with a big bit of cardboard and a pen, whatever is easiest for you. It's nice to be able to like look at it every single day. So I do recommend doing this actually physically. You can make it really pretty and decorate it and then have it in like your room at all times. And then it is so satisfying checking everything off. When we are checking these boxes off, whenever we have a bucket list of any kind, even a to-do list, it sends a signal to our brain that we have accomplished something. And in this instance, it is signaling to our brain that we are making the most of the season. You will tick off one box and go, okay, I've already kind of, celebrated autumn. And then you tick off another box, and then a week goes by and 5 boxes have been ticked. And you're like, hang on, I'm really making the most of this autumn. This is the idea of it. It's meant to make you feel, I'm really making the most of the time I've basically got here on Earth. And I'm really making the most of the time of this season. Bucket lists sound really silly at first, but when you actually look in depth, they're a really beautiful thing. They're such a lovely thing. You're literally making a list of things that you want to do to make your life more enjoyable, so that you have therefore made the most of a specific time of the year. How beautiful is that? However, if you are stuck for some ideas or you just don't have any idea what fall activities you want to do this year, I'm going to give you a few ideas. So here is my list of common fall activities that you are going to see across a multitude of bucket lists that you probably come across online. So go to the pumpkin patch. It has to be done. I'm sure you can find one in your local area. There are so many in October. Get a pumpkin spice latte or your choice of autumnal drink. Go autumn decor shopping. Watch an autumn movie or start a new autumn TV show. Visit cafes. Go on a fall foliage walk or drive. Bake something. Make fall DIYs and crafts. Carve pumpkins. Go thrifting. Go apple picking and then bake something with the apples that you picked. Go to a bookstore and buy a new book. Have an autumn picnic. Dress up and celebrate Halloween to the max. Celebrate Halloween like you are 5 years old again. Go crazy, decorate everywhere. Have a campfire and toast s'mores with marshmallows. Collect and press autumn leaves that you find and gather on your walks. And then look for autumnal themed events and things that are going on in your area. I guarantee you there will be something. And if there isn't, then hopefully that list gave you a bunch of other ideas for lovely autumnal things that you can do. But bucket lists are amazing because you can get so creative with them and put whatever you want to do on your bucket list. It can be as big or as little as you want. It is totally up to you. Let's talk autumnal food. I don't know if you know, but we are about to go into the best time of year for the best food. Autumn and winter is the best time of year for food, in my opinion. And autumn food is unmatched. It is incredible. So I'm going to basically list off some seasonal food. And it is up to you whether you like it or not. It is up to you whether you go and try this food. It is just incredible. Autumn food is the best. And the recipes and the cooking and the baking and the sweet treats, it is the best. Pumpkin is unmatched. Pumpkin spice lattes, roasted pumpkin seeds, baking with actual pumpkin puree, pumpkin soup. Anything pumpkin this time of year is incredible. And I really think that embracing this season's or any season's natural foods that kind of match and correlate with the season is one of the best ways to romanticize it, if that makes sense. So pumpkin, anything. And then alongside pumpkin, anything with cinnamon. Cinnamon is very, very, very love it or hate it. I feel like a lot of people like it, a lot of people don't. But try it with a bunch of things. There are so many recipes online to use cinnamon in a light way or a lot of cinnamon, whatever you prefer. Apples. I don't know why apples are associated with autumn, but they are. And then obviously your seasonal drinks. So we have pumpkin spice lattes, we have hot chocolates, we have iced pumpkin drinks. I feel like anywhere that kind of does fast food kind of drinks now caters to the seasons, especially the pumpkin trend, And then sweet treats. Now is the best time of year to check your local bakery for pumpkin donuts or apple flavored pastries. We are entering oatmeal and porridge season. We are entering it, and I am so happy because in the summer it is too hot for oatmeal and porridge and things like that. And now it is the best time to have it early in the morning. It is warming. It's going to give you energy. We're also kind of in pasta season now. I feel I know pasta is kind of considered as summer food, but it is also a very warming meal as well. Soup season is upon us too. There are so many different soups you can have, and basically any baked goods. I feel like autumn is an excuse because it's like kind of an excuse to bake things, you know? Pies, cinnamon buns, caramel apples, and like traditional kind of like more Halloween-y sweet treats. Chilies as well. These are underrated. Like, I love any warming food that has kind of like a kick to it as well. And then jams, chutneys, cheese board, guys. Autumn is the best time for food. It is unmatched. I said what I said. Not only can you eat these things and feel like you're making the most of the season, but try and cook with the certain spices, vegetables, things that correlate to the season, like I mentioned, creating new dishes, finding new recipes online. Seasonal change and like the changing of the seasons is the best time to discover new recipes, try new things. I just love correlating specific foods and food, types and recipes to specific times of the year. It is one of the best ways to really adapt to that season.